So the midpoint of the pool stages has been reached, and so far the only startling fact has been the total ineptitude of the Northern Hemisphere sides. England and Wales were given the opportunity to redress the balance this weekend, although it was hard to see anything other than ritual humiliation for both teams. Friday nights in Paris are always entertaining, but with the prospect of the Crunch Pool A fixture, expectation was reaching fever pitch. England had protected a proud record over the Springboks between 2000 and the second Autumn International last year, but then the wheels of the sweet chariot had well and truly fallen off. The Boks were the favourites, and yet there were some fans present who didn't agree.
I don't think England are playing their best. Certainly the side that we have now isn't comparable to the side we had in 2003. Players like Farrell certainly don't deserve their place in the team at the moment and aren't showing the results on the match. That's how we're sort of thinking and seeing it tonight.
Well, how right he was. This was not the turning point English rugby needed, as the South Africans romped to a 36-0 victory. That left some rather chirpy South African fans, and when you're English, well, as Eric Idle said, always look on the bright side of life.
I think we'll go through in second place. Certainly looking at the group, we'll have a hard game against Samoa. We should beat Tonga quite easily. That'll give us the points to go through. South Africa first, England second, and then from there, anybody's game.
But enough of the fans' point of view, let's hear from the pros, and this week we're joined by the former Italian international and Stade Francais standoff, Diego Dominquez.
Yeah, it was sad. I think I had a reception before the game and I had to speak, even if they were almost all South Africans. I was saying I hope England at least just a great game or wins, because this World Cup needs a team from Europe waking up. Because France was disappointing. England first game against the United States wasn't perfect either, and I think it's good for the World Cup when you have a real battle between all the countries and all the big teams. And now if you see Australia, New Zealand and South Africa, they are killing everybody. They are playing at the best level, and it's really nothing to do with what happened with France or England. So that's why I think it's a pity of seeing that England is not finding solution, is not finding their game. But well, after seeing what happened with the coaches that changed, injuries now with Wilkinson and Barkley out, and Mike Catt having to come back to that number 10 place, it's sad. We can see it come. We knew that it wasn't going to be easy for England. But I'm sad because I'm afraid that the end of the World Cup, the finals, will have again the same teams that we had always, and it was going to be nice to have England fighting a little bit more. But well, we never know. It's not finished yet.
In the weekend's other action, the biggest result of the lot was France's victory against Namibia. Ireland also beat Georgia, and those two face off in what could be decisive to see who goes through in Pool D next Friday. Well, that wraps up everything that we have from the World Cup this weekend. Great wins again for the Southern Hemisphere sides, and things looking ominous for the Northern Hemisphere. Thanks again to our guest Diego Dominquez, and join us next time as we preview that Crunch Pool D game between France and Ireland.